Alright, on the draw for round 2. We're not getting very lucky with our mana situations. I'm going to mulligan. I mean, I say that, but I also am only playing 21 lands, so that could contribute. I'm going to keep this, scry land to the bottom. I will need land eventually, but I would rather find more early plays, like the creature cantrippers and that kind of thing. Irrigated farmland. Right, if he's playing control, this might be a rough one because I have a hard time dealing with just a flurry of counters. We'll see what happens. He's getting countered. Yeah, he's just going to counter everything forever. Game 1's going to be hard to fight through everything, unfortunately. Especially, well, we found land. I'm going to play Monument first, because I don't care if this one gets countered so much by Censor. And it'll give me some advantage long game if it survives, but it's not going to. Of course not. They always have it. What is this? Okay, so he needs 10 permanents to make that a Library of Alexandria. Just gonna keep playing spells and F6ing. He's gonna Glimmer this turn. Yeah, we've already lost this game. I wouldn't have pegged this as a control card, really, because it takes so long for it to be active. At least we're draining him. If he wants to counter this, he's more than welcome. I'll just stick this Bontu. I think it's better to play it first over Yuheni, because it can't get hit by, like, Fumigate. We don't have a creature to sack for Yuheni at the moment. At the very least, we don't have any tough decisions to make. We're just kind of at the mercy of however good his hand is. Huh. Well, okay. Alright, those are good draws. Let's lead with Yuheni. This is a matchup where Scrap Heap Scrounger really comes in handy. He just has all the counters, doesn't he? Alright, play Scrounger. And hopefully he's just not able to find enough action before we can kill him with Scrounger, but it seems unlikely. Kept the card on top, too. Ooh, it looks like they updated the look of this as Kanta, which is interesting. Attack for 3. If he wants to settle the wreckage me, that's fine. Oh, just Gear Hulk, that's also fine, I guess. So we can get it back. We're not going to be able to get rid of it, though, is the problem. So that complicates my plan of killing him to death. Killing him to death, but you know what I mean. Play this. Get back my Scrounger. So we're drawing Yuheni, which isn't super useful right now, but I guess it lets me attack with all my creatures. Yeah, that is weird. What is this? It's like a token? I don't know, that's strange. Anyway, we'll play Yuheni. Which has all the counters. Attack with both my guys. If he has Settle the Wreckage, I'm just conceding. Cast out. I mean, I'm still conceding. I just can't beat this. I have too many dead draws, and he has that Gear Hulk I can't get rid of. Alright, so Fatal Pushes can come out of my deck. Duresses can get in there. Supernatural Staminas. I mean, a lot of his removal is exile-based. It only really stops Fumigate. I can consider a couple copies, but I don't love it. Scroungers can come in. I'll trim on, like, Plunderer and probably a Monument. can trim on a Bontu as well. Dispossess. Unfortunately, this isn't Lost Legacy, so we can't bring it in to name Approach. I mean, I could bring it in and name Gearhulk, but that seems pretty poor. And I can consider Walk the Plank, that also seems poor. So I'll just bring in one of these threats again. Bontu's legendary, and so is this, so Plunder only really works with the combo. I don't know, I'll bring in one stamina, even though I don't think it's going to be great. I'll play Mulligan. Keep. Land can stay. I'm not going to cast Duress this turn. Not really worth it. I want to save it for a turn that I'm trying to resolve a key spell. I'm going to lead off with Scrounger here, so I can get the beats going early. It's not bad. So now I'll Duress and then just play another Scrounger. Essence Scatter and Cast Out are my options. Both are annoying. So I guess I'm gonna take Cast Out and then cast the Legion Zealot, because it's the one I would rather get countered. Right? Scrounger in my yard is not that bad either. So I'll do that. I think drawing cards is going to be a little better. I don't know if that's correct or not, but mostly just because I can get the Scrounger back later. Deadlands. Let's attack. I think I'm going to play Bontu this turn. Do what I can to just get him dead. What did he draw? Another Cast Out maybe? Nope, just a cycle. Okay, that's good news for me. It's interesting. It's not great right now. Let's play the Zealot. Sacrifice it. And get in there with our guys. Land on bottom. So we could have a search or a settle now. Should play around that. Alright, let's just attack. Pretty much has to do it now. So I can just sack in response. Sure. Guess I'll play this. So I know he has Gearhulk, so I have to be a little bit careful here. But I'll send with... Let's see, if I send with just Plunder... I mean, I don't need to do much here. I'm just going to send for one. He can eat it with Gearhulk, but he can't really get much more value out of it. This is fine. So I'll just sack again. Land on bottom. I could play a Henny, but I'm just going to pass and get back both my Scroungers on end step. Search is fine. So we have lethal if he doesn't have anything else. But I might want to respect the possibility of another Settle the Wreckage. Interesting draw. Yeah, let's keep playing it safe. I'm going to send with just the Scroungers. Which leaves him dead again if he has nothing, because I can just sack the one that he doesn't, that he blocks to drain one, and the other one kills him. Alright. Pretty much played out as I thought it would. We just don't have very much that can actually... I mean, Bontu is good. I should probably just have L4 in my deck. Plunder is pretty bad, but Supernatural Stamina wasn't much better. So I guess I do this. Maybe I bring in Dispossess just because like Plunder is so mediocre. It's probably worth doing. Yeah, see if this works out. There's an argument for having the other Monument in as well, but that one's not so good at late game value. Bontu is better because of the scry and it's just a big body. This hand's acceptable. It's a little top heavy. I would love a 1-drop. Monument is okay. Authority of the Consuls, that I don't mind so much. It does turn off the combo though, interestingly. Hadn't considered that interaction. Okay. Just gonna play a Vampire here. Run it into a counterspell. I don't care if it ends up in my yard. The next turn I can start duressing him, depending on what he does. Not drawing lands kind of hurts. This deck has a lot of 3-drops. Alright, I'll cast Duress. See if I can snipe a Settle the Wreckage or something. Yes, indeed. Get out of here. He has a cast out and something else. I mean, I guess I might as well attack first. Doesn't really matter. He's going to use the cast out either way. I'll just duress away the other one. Hopefully find some lands before too long. Just has Reviolette and irrigated farmland. There's a land. It might be too late though. You really do need to keep up the tempo against control. Hopefully we've got him off guard enough that he doesn't find any needs, but he has been cycling a lot. Yep, there's a search, which is going to make things harder as well. Which one of these 3-drops do I want to play first? I'll attack first, and then we'll make our decision. Playing Yahenni pre-combat doesn't matter because of the authority, so I guess it's better to just play Bontu, try to drain him out over time. Cast out on the Monument, sure. He's out of cards, but he has that search going now. Puts it in the yard. Find cycle. And land. The Arch, okay. So we can start drawing cards. Alright, interesting. Guess here I play Bontu and attack. He's going to start drawing cards. Still might be a turn too slow. He does need to find a way to win the game. He's going to need to find an approach, basically. He has the inevitability, though, which concerns me. And we have not enough mana to do everything I want to. So I'm not going to send with Bontu this turn. I'm just going to attack and then play Yahenni. which is also resilient to a fumigate. Settle the wreckage is fine, actually. I'm gonna let that happen because I actually do want lands. And then I'll play the Yeheni. Don't have protection for it at the moment, but soon I will. See what he finds with this Kanta. Sensor. Okay, he's just going to cycle it away. Scavenger Grounds also makes this Scrounger plan not so good. What do I want to do? The options aren't great. Let's start with Salvager. I'm just going to sack it to Bontu and attack with both my guys. I'm not going to play around Settle the Wreckage at this point because we're so far behind. Monument, I think I have to put on the bottom. Yeah, we're in a position where we can't really afford to play around anything because he's ahead on tempo at the moment. He has his engine online, and we are just kind of trying to scrap out the last few points. So if he has it, he has it. He's going to use this Kanta and try to find it, of course. Finds a cast out. That's also good. Snatch up the Bontu. Doesn't really. I guess it's better in my yard because of Scrounger, so I'll sacrifice it. We just don't have a fast enough clock, unfortunately. Cycle. Excellence Binding. Which unfortunately turns off these other Yehenis in my hand. Alright, I'll play 2 cards. He's just churning through his deck at lightning speed. Finds a Settle, that's good to know about. His only card is the Settle, which is some good news, I suppose. Oh, that was like, really? The one card they had to draw there? Alright, attack for 3. Pass. Yep. Baffling End, okay. It's the thing that exiles a CMC guy. It's a lot of exile based removal, which is kind of what I was talking about with the, the supernatural stamina, how it doesn't help as much as you might think. Let's go ahead and do this, though. Seeker Squire, I don't think is enough. Let's get back Scrounger. If he Scavenger Grounds in response, I can, okay, that's fine. I was gonna say I could use the Scrounger again. Attack for 3. He's gonna use the Settle the Wreckage now. Play Plunderer, which is just a 1/4. It's not the matchup where these cards really shine. I might concede here in a minute, as soon as I see like an approach or something. Drawing all these Yehenis is just kind of like insult to injury. It's like, what is this client? Look at all this empty space. I don't understand. Fumigate. Yeah, I'm gonna toss in the towel here and just play another match.